हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, जैसे कि आप सबको पता है, यू ऑल नो IBPS क्लर्क का फॉर्म आ गया है. सो रिसेंटली PO का फॉर्म आके गया. नाउ IBPS clerk form is out, the notification is out, and I think so we have already informed you that you have to start filling up the form. Now when the people start filling up the form, they face various queries: how to fill up the form, how is the procedure, how to go ahead. Since the procedure for filling up the form for all kind of banks is almost same, still we will try to show you the exact procedure. It is almost same, you can say 99% are same. Still there are some people who don't know what is the procedure to fill up the form, so we are just showing you the proper PPT. I will explain you each and every procedure. Just go through with that. If you have any query, anyways, you can let us know. Whatever I'm explaining to you, just keep a note of the same. So what are the important points, what are the rules, regulation, what are the things you have to get in hand before filling up the form? I'm going to explain you everything. So let's start. So here I'm sharing the PPT. So let's start now. So let's understand what is the procedure. What is the procedure to fill up the IBPS clerk form? So as you all know, the official site is ibps.in. That is the official website where we have to go and fill up the form. And in fact, for PO, for RRB, we have gone to the same website only. So that is the same website, ibps.in. In ibps.in, in the left side, you can see various options: vision, governing board, growth, mock test, CRP, SO category, CRP, PO category, CRP clerk category, CRP RRB category. Since we all know that clerk notification is out, so we have to click on CRP clerical. We have to click on CRP clerical. Once you click on CRP clerical, now this page is going to appear where you can see there are three options, that is option 1, option 2 and option 3. You have to select the first option, that is common recruitment process for clerical cadre 10th. So you have to select the first option, remember. After selecting the first option, now there are two options they are showing us. Again you have to click the first option. Again you have to click the first option. Clicking on the first option, now this page is going to appear where in one side they are showing you the actual details of the events, when these main prelims, and what are the dates where you have to pay the fees, and what are the last day to fill up the form. So they are going to give you that details. In the top side you can see it is mentioned click here for new registration in the yellow mark. For the people who are logging first time, they have to click here for new registration. Suppose you have done the registration and there is something you have to put the details later on. For example, आपने photo डाल दिया, signature डाल दिया, सब डाल दिया, but payment बाकी है. So जब second time आप login करोगे, then you have to go to login for already registered candidate. So एक बार आपने login करते, you don't have to login again and again as a new registration. Then you have to go to login for already registered candidate. Since we are logging the first time, then we have to go to click here for new registration. Once I click here for new registration, now this page is going to appear. In this page, they are asking our basic info, that is our name, our middle name, that is father name, our last name, my mobile number, or my email ID. So these are the basic information they are asking. Remember, each information you have to fill up twice. So name, then you have to again write down your confirm first name, that is again you have to write down your name. Then middle name, that is your father name, then again you have to confirm the middle name. Then last name, then again you have to confirm the last name. Remember, whatever the details you are filling, you have to make sure the same thing is mentioned in your previous certificate also, like 10th, 12th or graduation ka certificate. The name shouldn't be different. Okay, now you have to go to your mobile number. After mobile number, you have to again confirm your mobile number, that this is your mobile number. Then you have to go to alternative number. What is alternative number? Suppose something happens to you at the examination hall and they want to contact your parents or your guardian. So for that reason, they need an alternative number. So for alternative number, remember you have to give any other person name number. He or she can be your friend or your parents or your brother, like brother, sister, siblings. So you have to give someone's name, so at the time of emergency they can contact your family member. So once you fill up this data, then you have to put your email ID. Then remember, in email ID there are two sections. You don't have to write the whole email ID in one block. You have to divide it into two parts. The first part will be obviously at the rate के पहले जो element है, that will come previously. At the rate के बाद whatever is your domain name, that is Gmail account or Yahoo account or any account where your email IDs belong to, you have to click on the domain name here. So email ID, you have to put it into two parts. Okay. In the next part, that is confirm email ID. Now here you have to mention the whole email ID. In the first part, we have divided into two elements. Now in the second part, we have to write it in whole. That is whatever I have mentioned here, just see that. After that, you have to fill up the security code. So whatever written in the box, you have to write down the same element in the box. Once you write down this, you have to click on save and next. So once you save this data, automatically one ID password will be generated. That is your registration number and password. It will come in your mobile phone and also it will come in your email also. So in the mobile phone, in message it will come. You have to save it anywhere, because if it is lost, then let me tell you, you have to again start the new registration. So the original registration password you have to save somewhere. You have to save somewhere, because for the future purpose, you need that kind of registration and password. You need that registration and password. So remember, you have to save it. Once you do that, you have to click on save and next. Then you have to upload your photo and signature. Now in this part, you have to be very particular what kind of size they have asked for uploading the photo and signature. I think so we have already circulated the PDF which have all the details. Still, if you don't have it, you can click on guidelines for scanning the photograph and signature. So they will tell you what are the guidelines, मतलब कितने size का होना चाहिए. So they will give you file name क्या होना चाहिए again. So if this kind of, this is the guidelines. So everything is mentioned here. What should be your background color, passport size photo होना चाहिए, आपके face को reflect, मतलब eye पे reflect नहीं होना चाहिए, कितने pixel का होना चाहिए. So everything they have given you. So you can, if you click on guidelines for scanning and upload for documents, then you will get the proper details. So once you upload your photo, once you upload your signature, then you have to click on next. Then they are going to ask you about your more details, like about your family background, about your address, about your date of birth, more details. The first part was basic details. Now they are going deeply about your personalized details. So here in the first part, they're asking you about your caste category, whether you belong to general or economical weaker section, or over below caste, ST, SC. So whatever you belong to, you have to click on that option. Then afterwards, they are asking you whether you are a disabled person. If yes, then yes. If no, then no. And once you click on yes, if there is any disability, once you click on yes, so there are multiple options which is related to disability question. So like type of disability, subtype of disability, subtype of again multiple disability. So if you click on no option, once you click on no option, automatically this question which is linked to disability will get freeze. तो आप कुछ भी उस पर टाइप करोगे कुछ नहीं होगा, because आपने already mention किया है कि I'm not a disabled person. If you click on yes, then you have to answer this question, remember. So if you click on no, you don't have to answer this question which is related to disability. वो पूरा part block हो जाएगा. You can't say block, but yes, वो पूरा part freeze हो जाएगा. So once you do that, then they are going to ask you about your whether you have any of your family members or employees who are working as an army officer or something like that. If it is yes, then you have to click on yes. If no, then you have to click on no. Then if you have filed a case for divorce or something like that, then you have to click yes or no, depending on that. If any of you are the employee of this Bhopal, if you are aware of some kind of history, so you must be knowing about the Bhopal gas tragedy, right? So they are asking about you about that detail. So if it is yes, then yes. If it is no, then no. Then they are asking you whether you have given this clerical exam before. So again, you have to mention with the answer yes or no. If yes, then how many times you have appeared. If no, then okay, no. Then after that, they're asking you about your nationality. Then I have mentioned here Indian. Then they are asking you whether which state you belong to. Then I have clicked here Maharashtra. You can mention your state where you want to give the entrance exams. And then they're asking you about your preliminary exam and preference of main exam. So where, in which state you are staying currently, or in the state where you want to apply for the bank job. For that reason, you have to click here in the state, while in the down column, center of preliminary examination means which they are asking you if you want to give the prelims exam, तो आप कहाँ पे आके exam देना चाहते हो. So if you are staying in Maharashtra, so you can select any option which is nearby, like Pune, Nagpur or something, Thane, Mumbai, Navi Mumbai जो मैंने option में डाला हुआ है. अगर आप महाराष्ट्र में नहीं रह रहे हो, आप गुजरात में रह रहे हो, तो वहाँ का जो nearby place है आपको वो डालना पड़ेगा. So preliminary examination, main examination. So here they are asking you your preference कि आप कहाँ पे आकर के अपने exams दे सकते हो. Then they are asking you about your date of birth. You have to mention your date of birth, then your gender, your father name, mother name. Now they are asking you about your address. One is address for correspondence and one is permanent address. Now understand what is the basic difference between correspondence address and permanent address. So correspondence address means where are you staying currently, जहां भी आप रहते हो. So if that person wants to communicate with you, अगर वो आपको कुछ भेजना चाहते हैं आपके घर पे, कोई documents भेजना चाहते हैं, कोई detail भेजना चाहते हैं, so that is correspondence address, which is in short you can say communication address, जहां से वो आपको contact कर सके. And what is permanent address? In your birth certificate or in your documents जो address दिया हुआ है, आधार कार्ड वगैरह, उसमें जो documents में जो address दिया हुआ है, that is your परमानेंट एड्रेस. जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स में, सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स में हम वही एड्रेस मेंशन करते हैं ना जो परमानेंट है. अगर इन द केस इफ यू आर चेंजिंग द होम और आपने पुराना वाला घर बेच दिया है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपको वो आधार कार्ड पे, राशन कार्ड पे वो एड्रेस चेंज कराना पड़ता है. सो परमानेंट एड्रेस मीन्स जो आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स में जो एड्रेस मेंशन है, दैट इज योर परमानेंट एड्रेस. If both the address are same, अगर आपका communication address और permanent address same है, then you can click here same as address for correspondence. You can click here. So automatically वो same to same इसमें भी आ जाएगा. After that, you have to click on the GST invoicing means आप चाहते हो कि आपका जो भी आगे का GST इनवॉइसिंग जो रेस हो वो कौन से एड्रेस पे रेस हो. तो अगर परमानेंट है तो यू क्लिक ऑन परमानेंट, अगर कम्युनिकेशन यानी कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस एड्रेस है तो यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस. देन दे आर शोइंग यू दैट दिस अमाउंट यू हैव टू पे. आफ्टर दिस you have to click on save and next. Once you click on save and next, now they are going to ask you about your education qualifications, that is your academic background. So on graduation you have to put your degree, बीकॉम जो भी आपका डिग्री है. अगर आपका डिग्री फॉर एग्जांपल BMS, BAF, BIM ऐसा कोई डिग्री है जो वहां पे आपको ऑप्शन में नहीं दिख रहा है, देन यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन अदर ऑप्शन. अदर मीन्स माय ऑप्शन इज नॉट बिलोंगिंग टू दिस कैटेगरी, जो भी दिया हुआ है, तो यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन अदर. आपका जो भी सब्जेक्ट रहेगा यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट दैट. देन डेट ऑफ पासिंग, देन परसेंटेज, जो एग्रीगेट आपका, जिनका 6 सेमेस्टर पेंडिंग है वो 5th सेमेस्टर का तक का एग्रीगेट वहां पे परसेंटेज ऑफ मार्क्स में डाल सकते हैं, जिनका भी 6 सेमेस्टर पेंडिंग है. और जिनका 6 सेमेस्टर हो गया है वो कंप्लीट 6 सेमेस्टर का कंबाइन करके एग्रीगेट निकाल के वो अपना परसेंटेज डालेंगे. सो फर्स्ट क्लास, सेकेंड क्लास, थर्ड क्लास, यू हैव टू बिलोंग द क्लास कैटेगरी ऑल्सो हियर. आफ्टर दिस, if you have some kind of work experience, you have to fill up that data that yes, I have this kind of work experience. Then later on they are asking you about that if you want any pre-examination training. So this examination training is basically for the people for SC ST category. So for that you have to select as per your preference. After that they are asking you if some cases have been filed against you. कुछ भी एक प्रॉब्लम है आपके लीगली, कोई अगर आपका बैकग्राउंड में कुछ लीगली एक्शन हुआ है, इफ दैट इज द केस देन यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन एस. और अगर कोई भी ऐसा केसेस नहीं हुआ है लॉ से रिलेटेड, लीगल से रिलेटेड, देन यू क्लिक ऑन द ऑप्शन नो. After that they are asking you about your language preference. So as per your preference you can give any 3 option, that is basically people put English, Hindi, Marathi. तो जो भी आपका प्रेफरेंस रहेगा, लैंग्वेज जो आपको पता होगा, आपको वहां पे डालना है. एंड ऑल्सो यू हैव टू मेंशन दैट वेदर यू कैन रीड, राइट एंड स्पीक दैट लैंग्वेज. यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन दैट ऑल्सो. Once you do that, then now all the banks जिसके लिए आप IBPS का क्लर्क का फॉर्म भर रहे हो, जो भी बैंक इसमें इन्वॉल्व्ड है, so they are asking you to give a proper ranking wise preference. So अगर मेरा फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा है, so मैं बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा में पहले क्लिक करूंगी. अगर मेरा प्रेफरेंस उसके बाद यूनियन बैंक ऑफ इंडिया है, तो मैं यूनियन बैंक ऑफ इंडिया को सेकंड क्लिक करूंगी. तो जो भी आपका प्रेफरेंस होगा, व्हाट इज योर प्रेफरेंस, कि मुझे ये बैंक में पहले अपॉर्चुनिटी चाहिए, उसके बाद ये चाहिए, तो आपको अपने प्रेफरेंस के हिसाब से उसको रैंकिंग वाइज सिलेक्ट करना है. आप जैसे रैंकिंग वाइज सिलेक्ट करोगे, जस्ट बिसाइड दिस कॉलम यू विल सी कि यहाँ पे वो ऑर्डर आ जाएगा जैसे जैसे आप सिलेक्ट करोगे. बट रिमेंबर, यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट all the banks. You can't skip any bank कि ये छोड़ दिया वो छोड़ दिया, नहीं. आपको प्रेफरेंस वाइज सारे बैंक को सिलेक्ट करना है, बट एज पर योर प्रेफरेंस. Once you do that, you have to click on save and next. Then अब तक आपने जो भी फॉर्म भरा है, that the same thing will come in one page. Now again you have to cross verify कि जो भी मैंने डिटेल्स भरा है that is perfect or not, because अगर चेंजेस करना है तो अभी चेंज कर सकते हैं, और एक बार हमने ये सेव कर दिया, नाउ वी कांट चेंज, अब हम चेंज नहीं कर पाएंगे. सो रिमेंबर दैट. सो यहाँ पे इन दिस स्टेप यू हैव टू सी द ऑल द डिटेल्स प्रॉपरली, कि कहीं पे कुछ मिस्टेक तो नहीं है, नाम के स्पेलिंग में मिस्टेक तो नहीं है, सरनेम के स्पेलिंग पे मिस्टेक तो नहीं है, फोटो करेक्ट है क्या, यू हैव टू सी प्रॉपरली. So once you overview, once you see all the details, and if you are confirmed that yes, all the details are correct, then you have to click on I agree here, and then you have to click on the signature that yes, this is my signature. You have to confirm your photo, declaration and signature. After that you have to final submit. Once you submit, then you have to upload your left thumb impression. याद रखना, left thumb impression मतलब अंगूठा लगाते हैं, करेक्ट. और जिसके पास भी स्टैम्प पैड नहीं है, व्हाट यू कैन डू, आप अपने अंगूठे को पेन से कलर करके, डार्क कलर करके एक व्हाइट पेपर पे आप इंप्रेशन क्रिएट कर सकते हो. सो दैट इज, यू कैन से जुगाड़, जो हम इंडियंस करते हैं ना, जुगाड़. सो यू हैव टू मेक अ लेफ्ट थंब इंप्रेशन ऑन अ ब्लैंक पेपर, देन हैंड रिटन डिक्लेरेशन. डिक्लेरेशन में क्या क्या एलिमेंट आएगा वो पहले वाले स्लाइड में ऑलरेडी लिखा हुआ है, ठीक है. सो डिक्लेरेशन आपको खुद अपने हाथ से लिखना है, इट शुड बी ऑफ योर ओन हैंड राइटिंग. यहाँ पे डिक्लेरेशन का लिखा हुआ है नीचे का, देखो किस तरीके से लिखा हुआ है. यू कैन राइट इन शॉर्ट, चलेगा, शॉर्ट में आप लिख सकते हो. डिक्लेरेशन लिख करके आपको उनका फोटोज जो स्कैन कॉपी है वो अपलोड करना है. अगेन देयर इज सम गाइडलाइंस, देयर आर सम गाइडलाइंस रिलेटेड टू द साइज ऑफ द स्कैन कॉपी. तो प्लीज फॉलो द गाइडलाइंस प्रॉपरली, अदरवाइज वो अपलोड नहीं होगा. Once you do that, once you upload your left thumb impression and hand written declaration, then you have to fill up the security code. जो भी आपके बॉक्स में रहेगा, you have to fill up the same element, and then you have to click on save and next. Then you have to click on save and next. Once you click on save and next, once you put your security code and select the save and next, now they are again just informing you that this much of amount you have to pay. So you have to confirm it by putting again the security code in the box, and then you have to click on submit. Once you do that, now they are asking you what will be your mode of payment, whether you want to pay through credit card, debit card, or debit card plus ATM, whether it's internet banking. So whatever it is, whatever is your preference of paying the amount, you have to select that option, and then you have to pay. Once you pay the amount, then the page is going to appear, that is your registration is successful. The registration has been submitted successful. You will receive the mail for the same. Remember, you will receive the mail for the same. That is a confirmation message. Remember, that is not admit card. उसका प्रिंट आउट निकालो सेफ्टी पर्पस के लिए और सिक्योरिटी पर्पस के लिए या फ्यूचर रेफरेंस के लिए, बट दैट इज नॉट योर एडमिट कार्ड. एडमिट कार्ड विल कम अप्रोक्स 15 days बिफोर द एग्जाम, नॉट नाउ. सो ये जो है, ये आपका फॉर्म सक्सेसफुली सबमिट हो चुका है. सो दे आर इन्फॉर्मिंग यू दैट. सो हियर आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड यू each and every procedure, how to fill up the IBPS clerk का form. Still, if you have any doubt, still if you face any query, still if you have any confusion, you can just let us know. Okay, guys?